What's going on, fam? It's your boy Sydney coming back to you to another video from the Nakid Gardeners channel. So it's midday and we got to start checking these eggs to see what these guys are doing. Look at them. They just want to make it's funny to seeing these guys. So you got different, it's like high school. You got your geeses together, your adult Welsh Harlequin ducks together, and then we have our Indian runners together. So this video, we're gonna be doing some harvesting in the garden, but before, like I said, before we do, we have to check on some eggs. All right, so I guess we got all the eggs from this morning. Let's check on these meat birds. These bad boys been getting hefty. We talked to Jess at the homesteading festival, and she was saying that for the 8 to 9 weeks that they've been raising their Cornish crosses, they were dressed at 10 pounds. I was like, wow. Then we got home from these bad boys, and look how big these guys are. So we're thinking about possibly doing a weigh, probably do a weekly weigh, and we're going to be moving these about three times a day, because they have been just pooping. I mean, we just moved them this morning and look at just poop. So I think moving them out on the pasture 3 times a day, getting them fresh grass, has been helping, because we're trying to do the 12 on 12 off feed. We found that or we're learning, I guess you can say, we're learning that is the best way to do meat birds, where it's not getting them too overly fed. We started them with fermented feed, but we couldn't really go to our feed meal place didn't have a meat grower selection, so that was one of the issues that are having right now, is we're having to go to one of the big box stores just to grab a meat grower feed. So now let's check on these layer birds, since they're all making all this noise. Oh, y'all got 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, you're gonna let me touch your eggs. And we got this baby right here. She's very broody. We're gonna be doing the experiment on her. Do you got any eggs? No. Why you ain't putting your in? Give me your egg, girl. Oh, you bum! I gotta put a lip on that bar to keep them from doing that. Look at her, she got the egg of shame. Alright, let's go check on these American breeds, our pride possessions. Y'all girls think y'all it's only one egg, girl. Y'all up in there for nothing. So that was a nice little afternoon. We try to get the eggs 3 times a day. Morning time is normally a good size ones, because that's when the ducks normally lay. Chickens, they kind of lay throughout the day. Now let's go harvest some stuff out of the garden. We were going to try to harvest our garlic the Sunday that we got back from the homestead festival. There were some pros and cons about that, and we'll tell y'all about that on another video. But it rained very hard that day, and with onions and garlics, you don't want to pull those up until the ground is pretty much dry, or at least able to pull out. Now that is a great day for overcast, and right before it rains, we're going to try to harvest them right now. So as you can see, our garlic is pretty much dried out and done for. This is a great time to let you know that your garlic is ready to be plucked. Didn't want to get it this bad off, but we still got 2 garlic over there. They're still pushing through, so I'm gonna leave those in the ground. So we're just gonna pull these up. When your garlics get like this, when it starts to do like different bulbs, it's not really, this is basically pointless to save. So what we're going to do, we're going to cure this, and then we're going to mince this up and grind it out, dehydrate it, ground it out, and make garlic pepper out of this one, because you can't really use this once the bulb has separated like this. Of garlic. I feel that these 2 are going to be real big, because look how thick the stems are. Look, they kind of got a little bit of yellowing, so I think I'm going to do get some green, some nitrogen in there, and I'm going to refresh the soil. We have a lot of worms in this bed. So as you can see, we got a lot of garlic, and now we just have to allow it to cure. We're gonna let it cure for anywhere about 3 to 5 weeks in a cool, dark place. I'm thinking about possibly either putting it in our shop or putting it in one of the extra bedrooms in the closet there. About after 3 weeks, we can cut the stems off. Once we cut the stems off and the roots off, we can use it. We'll be able to use it. Some of the ones that the broken clothes that are apart, we're just going to allow those to cure for about a week or so. Rinse the dirt off of those. We're going to chop it up into fine pieces, maybe some basically just mince. Then we'll put it in the dehydrator and then use it as a dehydrator, or just cook it right off the bat since they're pretty small. This is our 2nd year of growing garlic, I believe. We did it. I'm happy with this harvest. It's a lot of garlic. What we'll probably do, I was watching somebody's channel, a video on somebody's channel. They were saying they don't take up the space of their garlic in their beds. They put it out in the pasture. What that does is, because garlic is one of those set it and forget it type of plants, those types of crop, so that makes a lot of sense. So what we'll probably do is plant it throughout our pasture this fall, and just pay attention to it as it gets around this time of the year and harvest it that way. Now let's go harvest some of these onions. Now here is another one of our allium beds. We got different types of onions, shallots, red onions, and white onions. These are the only ones so far that aren't as good, so we're just gonna go ahead and pull these up. Once the stems get like this and can't be held up, then you know it's pretty much done. And over the same with this way, or on this one, might be rotted. It feels like it, yep. So we're just gonna take that one out. Yeah, it's too much moisture. The rest of these look looking pretty good, even though I think these, let's go ahead and harvest these shallots. All right, so we basically finished cleaning up that bed, and I'm happy with the harvest of onions that we got. So now we have some more bulb onions out in this area. All right, these are some onions that are just basically ready. As you can see, the stems just won't stay up. So we're just gonna harvest these. We're just gonna take them like that. We'll put this, I believe this is a Thai basil. Oh, this is a Siam Queen Thai basil. Up in here is going to flower. I think this is the only one that you want to go to flower, but I'm gonna put it up in here so that way we have some herbs. This bed has the red onions. These aren't ready to harvest. Like you can see, they're still standing up. The younger leaves, the most outer leaves, are turning yellow, so we could possibly use some more fertilizer. So we're not gonna harvest any of these. We have some more red onions right here. As you can see, they're younger, even though they be planted at the same time. So if you didn't watch our garden tours, there's a purpose and a system and a method for us on these beds, how we arrange them. We got flowers on one side and our herbs on the other side. I can't wait till we start even getting some of our nightshades ready to start harvesting some of those so we can start pickling and canning and doing a lot of preserving. That is going to be our next step, is preserving, so that way, say for instance we're not eating in season, we'll be able to can and preserve some of our harvests in our kitchen garden for during out the whole year. So we're going to be doing, like I said, we're going to be doing a lot more of these, so stay tuned. Until the next video, let's grow together.